Hello everyone, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for August 2023. So these are messages from Spirit for the month of August. Take these energies, my friends, where they apply, where they fit in your life, and view these readings as a heads up, a guidance into the energies that you might be facing this month, and maybe how to handle those challenges or how to be more aware of the opportunities that might be coming your way. Let's get started. Hello Cancer. So your overall energy for August is compassion and ruminate. Interesting, especially with this heal your masculine aspect. So you've got additional messages with the Oracle. You've got learn from past mistakes and heal your masculine aspect. The 4-week breakdown, or how the energies are likely to play out, you've got the Hierophant, you've got the 6 of Swords, you've got the 9 of Wands, and you've got the King of Wands. And I like this energy of the King. I'm getting a sense of looking back over the journey. I think that's quite interesting energy. So I'm going to start with your overall energy, because I think if you can embrace this energy, I really feel that it's going to assist you in August. Like, it's really going to assist you. And the card says compassion. And I'm really drawn to a look at the matching colors here. Like, I'm talking really matching. It's not just different shades of greens and yellows and oranges. These are actually like tone on tone, pretty much perfect. And I feel the compassion lies in your past. I feel the compassion is for yourself and others, and probably past mistakes that you've made, things that you look back and think, oh, okay, if this wiser me, this me with hindsight could go back, it probably would do things different. And I think there's a sense of seeing that, Cancer, so then it makes you realize how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how much you've changed. But I think it's also calling you to look at yourself and the situations and the people from that past, from your past, and just bring compassion into the mix. Just know that you and the others involved, or you and the situation, didn't have the understanding, the clarity, the hindsight, the wisdom that you do now. So it did the best, you did the best, they did the best that they could with where and what they knew at the time. So I'm really feeling that these two cards, I'm actually, Spirit saying, you know what, read them together. They're just the compassion. I mean, we should always come at everything with compassion and kindness. I really truly believe that. That's what will change the world. But I really feel that here Spirit is saying your compassion is based on, you know, the old you, your past situations. This card says, and look at the 2s. Gosh, Spirit just showed me. Look at the 2s. Wow. Cancer, this is very important. This card says, learn from past mistakes, grow into greater wholeness. And I really feel that showing yourself compassion, loving that, you know, your old self, like really loving your old self and going, oh my goodness, thank you. You didn't have the clarity, you didn't have the wisdom, there was so much fear or whatever it was for you. And you moved forward, you made the decisions as best you could. And I think that truly, not just seeing that cancer, not just understanding it on some level, but truly embracing that, truly accepting that, I feel changes something in your present moment, changes something for you in a very big way. And we're going to look at the other cards, but I really feel it's based in the decisions and the choices that you are called to make at the moment. I feel this understanding that you make decisions and choices in your present moment based on the understanding that you have in that present moment, the clarity that you have in that present moment, the wisdom that you have in that present moment, with all the fears and the limits and the unknowns that surround you. And I feel as you embrace this energy for your past self, I think you give yourself permission in the present moment to make a decision based on what you know. I think it's going to give you freedom. It's going to open you up to make really good decisions. Sorry, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's saying not really good decisions, but it's just going to help to open you up and make a decision, take a new direction, because you know that your future self will gain wisdom and will move forward on the decisions you make today. I feel like you trust yourself enough that you're making decisions with the knowledge and the understanding you have now. And I think you're also allowing yourself to make those potential mistakes. And I think there's this, when you embrace this, it's showing you how your future self has greater wisdom and greater knowing because your old self took those steps when it did, and you learned from that. Even if they proved to be mistakes, you still learned from that. I hope you're seeing what I'm trying to say, Cancer, because I think this really allows you to be less afraid about the decisions and the choices in front of you. The compassion that you have for yourself in the past mistakes that you made are opening you up to just this whole other level of understanding, this whole other level of seeing, feeling how life works, how I've been saying this a bit, I feel, in my readings lately, or maybe this is just the way I've been feeling, but I'm really drawn that I think a lot of us, and not just you, Cancer, I think a lot of us are being called to look at our past selves, our younger selves, and to say thank you, to realize that in those mistakes, in that fear, in those wrong turns, we are who we are now. We're more evolved and more grown and more open and more whole. And there is such a level of thank you in that. Thank you for your past self. And then we get to the other or overall energy, which is ruminate. And this is really contemplating. This is really looking at things deeply. And I feel August is going to be a month of ruminating for you. I really think it's going to be a month of really looking at things deeply. And I think this is what starts it. I think you're going to look past the surface of things. You know, rather than just look at the mistakes you made, I think you're going to look at how those mistakes actually helped you. I feel like you're going to like tap into the fact that you have hindsight now. You're far enough away from the situation, the mistakes, the people, and you'll be able to look back with a level of compassion and this deep wanting to understand. I also get from this card that there's this wisdom that opens up in you, which enables you to kind of see things from a lot of different perspectives. So I feel, Cancer, that you will still have your viewpoint on something. You will still have your perspective on something. But I feel that you are going to be open enough and willing enough to actually see that there is so much more than one perspective to that situation, or to your past, or to your relationships, whatever this was. And it can be more than one thing. You can be looking at your past in general, Cancer, like almost like a movie of your life, and moving through it, gaining understanding, giving compassion. And I really feel that broadens your horizon, that broadens your perspective. And I feel that that is going to bring you a lot of healing. It's going to bring you, I'm feeling it's going to bring you closure. Like, I feel like it's going to bring you that understanding, that clarity, mixed with the love and the compassion and the kindness for what was, who you were, who other people were in the situation. And that perspective of understanding that everybody did their best. Mistakes were made. But there's this keen understanding, Cancer, that those mistakes brought you to where you are now. It's interesting energy, this card, because I'm getting at the same time this sense of deep contemplation, moments of getting lost in deep thought. So it's not that hamster wheel mind where your mind's just going to turn and turn and turn and you're going to do your head in. It's just deep reflection that is, I just feel this real healing happening within you. And I feel it's this deep reflection that you get lost in, meaning that you go deeper than you probably initially meant to. Maybe you go further back than you thought you would. But it doesn't bring confusion. It doesn't bring, sometimes we can get lost in the past and it dredges up pain and I'm just getting this icky kind of feeling within me where afterwards we think, oh, why did I do that? Now I feel all like, ugh. No, this delving in, because it's deep. It's not reliving the situation. It's almost like, it's like you're watching a movie. You know it's your past. You know it's you. But I think the distance is allowing you to view it so much more openly. I think that's this compassion that you're embracing. It just brings so much love into the mix that it's not as painful. It doesn't mess with your mind, probably the want of a better word, or better turn of phrase. And I think that's where a lot of the healing comes from. But then you've got this energy of heal your masculine aspect, evaluate, determinate, and act. And I really feel that this looking at your past and really seeing it, coming at it from a complete different direction, really looking at it really deeply and openly. This heal your masculine aspect, I feel it's going to heal your ability to act, because the masculine energy is very much one of taking action. It's the doing energy. It's the going out and making things happen for yourself. And I feel, Cancer, that you've probably been in an energy of the feminine, but in an energy of embracing your feminine and learning to embrace your feminine. And that journey is what is bringing you to this space. And this space, this understanding, everything that I've just spoken about, is actually going to help you make new decisions, take new action, because I feel the masculine aspect is, the masculine energy is a very direct, determined, it is driven, it knows what it wants, and it has a clear direction on how to get there, but it has enough power, energy, drive, enthusiasm, that when it hits a road bump, it can try a new aspect. It can pivot, it can change. The masculine energy is not afraid of change. The masculine energy at its best rolls with the punches. You know, the masculine energy not at its best will try to ram through walls with more or less success. But this, I feel, healing your masculine aspect, you're healing the real embodiment of what the masculine energy is. And that is calculated action. The embodiment of the masculine energy doesn't just do for the sake of doing. That's the negative aspect. Masculine energy that is truly aligned calculates, plans, and goes for it. And I think that's exactly what you are coming into, Cancer. I feel that in healing and understanding how your past decisions, brought you to the now. If you could go back as you are now, you probably would do things differently. And I think you have compassion in that. I think you have knowing in that. You have accepted that. But I feel you're also looking, but this me that is standing in front of my mirror now is not the me that made the past mistakes. So that's unfair to look at the past me and think, what were you doing? It's unfair with the clarity and the hindsight that I have now. That is unfair. And I think you understand that on such a deep level that you can't blame yourself. You can't be angry with yourself. If anything, you're grateful for yourself because you're seeing, wow, I have clarity now, and that was a tough decision, even for the clarity and the hindsight that I have now. Back then, when I had none of that, oh my gosh, I was so brave. I just really did take a leap of faith. I just really did try to take the best course of action that I thought would be the best at the time. And that frees you now in taking determined direction and action. There's a lot of healing in this reading, Cancer, but the healing actually is not just inside of you. This healing is actually opening up the gates for you. Like, it's opening up the portal, the door, the gate, to enable you to go get it. That's the energy I'm feeling. You're going to be in this energy of, yep, I'm going to make mistakes, but my future self will know how to deal with them. So I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to make choices. The choice, Cancer, to not choose will no longer be a choice for you. You will no longer sit on the fence. You will no longer and ah. You will no longer allow people or things to sway you. And you're going to take the most direct path. Now, in the first week of August, or the first energy, is the Hierophant. And this can denote religion, spirituality. The Hierophant can also be like the High Priest. So there's a level here of divinity, if you like, and that's how I'm seeing it in your reading, being also Major Arcana. I think there's a sense here that you understand that whatever decision you make has been co-created with Spirit. So therefore there's a sense of alignment in it. So this helps you go for it. There's a sense that you're connected, you're aligned with your higher self and with the universe, God, Spirit. And I feel that once where you thought you didn't have the key, the wisdom, the knowledge, the knowing, now you are being given the keys. And I feel like you've been given more than one. And there's a sense here as well, Cancer, I just got from Spirit, that the only person you are going to be following is you, your higher self, Spirit, God, the universe, your connection with that, which is, to me, the same as your higher self. You are listening to you. You are moving forward in alignment with you. Now, Spirit's just said to me, hierarchy. And it's very interesting because the message that came through when I heard the word hierarchy is that no longer are you placing people above you. So those people that surround you, no longer, I think you will listen to their opinion. You will listen to their counsel. But I feel that you won't place their understanding, their wisdom above your own. Because I really feel, the second and the third week, you're moving on from all the things that kept you stuck. And they're not things, Spirit just said, thank you. It's not stuck. It's all the things that held you back. Because when you look at this, Cancer, I feel that you are going to realize how far forward you have moved. I think it's going to surprise you to realize how far in the past you feel this is. Like how removed from it you are, that you've got this perspective that you can look back on it clearly. I feel you're moving on from drama. And do you know, the past does create drama in our life, because when we look at the past, sometimes we feel resentment or anger, sadness. We wish we had done things differently. We wish things could have been differently. We wish it never happened, or we wish we could go back to it. And that creates turbulence in our energy, because the past is done. Because even if we had a time machine and we could plonk ourselves back in the past exactly where we want to be, you are not the same person. So then your past wouldn't be the same, because you're just not the same. So you couldn't do things the same. You wouldn't see things the same. And I really feel with these cards here, I really feel that you're jumping on board to a new horizon. This is the evaluate, determinate and act. I think you're heading out, looking at calmer waters, looking at what's around you. You're just no longer wanting to buy into the drama, into the difficulties. It's not that you're looking for the easy way out, Cancer. Spirit has said that very, very clearly. You are not looking for the easy way out. You just don't need all the drama. You just don't need Spirit just went quiet there, so I think drama is just the word. And I think that's because you're looking at what fits you. You're looking at what suits you. You're not throwing a whole bunch of people in the mix. Those that want to come will come, and they'll come happily. And those that don't want to, you're okay. And I think this Six of Swords has the clarity, the understanding, the wisdom, the knowing, to move past. It's almost like it's going to move past this Nine of Wands. Now this Nine of Wands, I feel this is like your past self. You know, I'm wondering actually with the Tarot, Cancer, if this whole compassionate for the past, looking deeply into your past, and this awakening of the healing of your masculine energy in order to be able to take action, everything that I spoke of in the beginning of the reading, I'm wondering in week 3 if you are starting to see how you're allowing the past to hold you back. I'm wondering if this Nine of Wands is what makes you deep dive into your past and look at it and go, do you know what? I did the best I could. There's so much compassion in that. And I feel that, I'm just wondering if that's where it all comes from. This need, you're actually looking at your needs now, and the direction that those needs and wants and that soul calling, the way you see your life, the direction you see your life heading in, brings you to this. And then the King of Wands. I mean, the King's perfect masculine energy. And the King of Wands, gosh, what a beautiful card to end with, Cancer, because your Wands is your passion, your soul callings, your purpose, what drives you, what fuels you. It is masculine because it's the fire, it's the wands, it's, you know, the fire signs, and they're the masculine signs. And it's very much looking at, I have desires that I want to feel. I've got passions that maybe I want to turn into a business, or I want to see myself in a direction. I want to see myself in a new place, or a new relationship, or a new job, or whatever it is for you, Cancer. But it's aligned. And it's not clinging to the past, dreams and goals. This is the Ace of Wands. This is your path today, right now. And I'm feeling the way that this King is looking at the past tarot, I feel that you know 100%, Cancer, that this new path, this new you, or this, thank you Spirit, it's not a new you, it's a new level of understanding of you. It's the you that you are today couldn't do what you're about to do, couldn't achieve what you're about to achieve if it wasn't for your past. Oh, Cancer, such an amazing reading. I really feel things are really going to take off for you. Oh, look at this. It's a 7. And we're working a 7-year. So for the rest of the year, my friends, I really feel like you're going to be embracing this masculine energy of evaluating, determining, and acting. And I feel by the end of the year, I feel that you're going to be sitting pretty. You're going to be sitting on your throne going, I did it. Oh my gosh, I'm here. Or, oh my gosh, maybe you're not exactly where you want to be, but I feel the majority of you will be. And you're going to be like, I did it. There is this joy, there is this understanding, and there is this real healing that is taking place for you the month of August, and then that moves you through the rest of the year. Oh, Cancer, love, light, and blessings, my friends. What a reading. Enjoy your month. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.